I came to UTC, and that's where I just knew, like, oh man, this is gonna be so great. It's a bigger college, more opportunities. Things weren't really as awesome as I thought it was gonna be. I found that I wasn't fitting in. They have all of these events, all of these things that are reaching out to students, and I'm sitting there looking at it and seeing nothing for me. So I felt like an outcast because I had a kid, and I was outside the bookstore and I saw this flyer for the Momentum Network. There was a meeting coming up. I said, okay, well, it seems like this is talking to me. I'm a single mom in college. It took the third meeting, which was actually one of the night meetings where we come in and we have the Bible study and have a meal together, for me to finally let down my guard and say, these people are actually just nice. They don't want anything from me. It was the only place that seemed like it was trying to reach me.
Spring semester of 2017, Shara asked me to be a mentor to one of the moms. And of course, you always feel like, no, I can't do that. I'm not, why are you asking me? All you really do is just encourage them, and you're there for them through prayer, through text messages, through phone calls, and walking that part of life with them and being there for them as they take the next step into that semester and towards their career. Just seeing what another woman has to go through on their own, it just kind of spoke volumes to me that it's not just one person, you can't do it on your own. It takes a village to help each other.
Stephanie was my mentor for a whole semester, and she was actually the person who I was able to connect with every week, and she gave me goals and prayed for me. That made a huge difference in how I connected with other moms and the network. She always was ahead of me and always predicting what I was going to need next, and so that just really stuck with me.
Being new parents, we understand how difficult it is raising a child, and doing that as a single mom. I've had a lot of single moms in my life too, and just have so much respect for the hardships that they go through. Being a parent in general is not easy, especially when you're trying to finish college and figure out what you're going to do with the rest of your life. If we truly believe in the way the next generation grows up, a lot of single moms out there, and this is an opportunity for us to impact the world in the way that we take care of those single moms who need support. We know that it also takes funds to make this sort of thing happen, and we are blessed to be able to play a part in that by giving.
We feel like it's important to give both time and money to Momentum because we as believers feel deeply that we want to be involved. It's also an act of worship to give. We see God come alive when we're able to give financially. And one time I heard this interview from this girl and they were asking her, like, how did you adopt all these kids and all this stuff, and why do you live in Uganda? And her response was, I'm not doing anything that the gospel doesn't ask me to do.
We've started to cultivate the local community and build partnerships. We have such a deeper opportunity to reach more moms, but we can't do it by ourselves. This is something that we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just trying to create safe, stable homes for moms who need it. We know that Chattanooga is a generous city. We know that they care about families, but right now, Chattanooga is not a special place for everyone. Disproportionately, single moms are in poverty. They're facing challenges that most of us, we haven't experienced. Just imagine coming into motherhood with shame, with fear, feeling like you have to do it completely alone. And that's why we have to stand out among all of the noise to say, hey, I know that it is so hard to imagine a life that's different, but we are here. Don't be fearful, be faithful, and we're gonna walk alongside you.
I just wanted people to see that you get so much more joy out of seeing someone else and their joy. So it's not about yourself, it's just about them. They're making those decisions and they're walking this, and we're just there to say, I'm so proud of you.
Each one of these moms, you're painting a beautiful picture for the mom that comes up behind them to say, this is what success can look like. We know that we're not just helping her, we're helping her children. So it is such an honor to walk with these moms and to change the face of Chattanooga 2 generations at a time. On days like today, when things seem too hard, too big, too much, not enough help, I get a phone call from someone who is literally choosing between motherhood or success. And to hear that someone is facing that decision, because on the one hand, the picture has been painted that if you choose motherhood, you will give up everything that matters to you. And on the other hand, I know that that's not the truth. When I get to know that I can walk with a mom and tell her you don't have to choose between motherhood or success. That being able to come together with other moms and to know that they're not alone in this, that life may not have turned out as planned, but that the Lord can work in this. We say that being a single mom does not have to define you, but it can refine you when you're in relationship. And so to come together with other moms and to have people who are not single moms, that's a really important component of this. Some folks have said, well, I'm not a single mom, or I don't even know a single mom. Yet we know that all of us have had seasons in our lives where we may have felt completely alone, and to come alongside someone else and to know, hey, I may not know what you're going through, but I'm here for you. We have had people in our village who have come along and given life for a season, but we're asking for a deeper level of generosity so that we can serve more moms in a deeper way.
Yeah, this last year would not have been the same or even as positive as it was if it hadn't been for Momentum Network. It makes a difference.